Okay. So it's been at least half an hour, maybe 40 minutes since we drank our cacao. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, all right, well, how do we enhance it? How do we work with it? And I love dancing. I love yoga. I love, anything that gets the body moving. So we're going to put some music on now and just chat, and see where we're led in the chat and see what we want to do. But really, painting is a wonderful thing to do. Writing in your journal, anything you write in your journal and you write as a question, you're going to get some answers for. Ironing can be fun on cacao.
I love ironing.
Well, you're on your own there. But, I like getting in the bath and really cleansing. Like anything I do, it's almost like, and you could totally do it without the cacao. We're not saying that you have to do it with the cacao. And I think the cacao actually is something you connect to, and then you realise you don't even need that to connect to it. But it's a way of leading you into yourself in a higher frequency, a higher dimension, and actually experiencing yourself more fully. And some of the tools that Keith has shared on his ceremonies about connecting with your sort of highest potential, your path, where we know we've all got a purpose here on earth. Certainly I feel that way. That's the way I live my life, that I'm here with a purpose, that I'm here to fulfill a certain mission that I've chosen before I even came here. I consider myself a multidimensional being. I do believe that as a soul, we remember our lifetimes, and we grow as a soul through our different lifetimes, maybe on this planet, maybe on others. I appreciate this might make me sound completely mental, but I don't have memories, let's say, of all my previous lifetimes per se. However, I know that I'm here doing something that I feel very much led to do, that I feel guided to do, that my daughter started, this strong desire to have a baby really young in my life, and then having that baby, and then what I learnt about giving birth and all the fears that came up around that, and then the desire to become a yoga teacher, and then from that everything's been unfolding and leading me into the most magical adventures. So I've kind of needed, it's almost like having a magical ancestry, if you like, but then you land on earth and you forget everything you ever knew, and then it's this process of remembering again. And for me, the cacao has helped me to remember more easily my multifaceted, multidimensional nature, and the fact that it's not just me with these things going on right now in my life today. It's also me who is living multitude of futures, lots of possibilities as to how I could live my life. So what am I going to align with? I can either live pretty unconsciously, where I put one foot in front of the other and just react to everything that comes up, or I can take the time to ground, I can take the time to centre and to ask the question, why am I here? What do I want to do? What's my bliss here? And I love Bashar's work. Like if you haven't checked out Bashar before on YouTube, Bashar, he talks about following your highest excitement moment to moment without any attachment to outcome, which is really tricky because we're here letting go of the idea of expectation and disappointment. Whoa, you're talking to a control freak. Letting go of disappointment and letting go of expectation. And most of my suffering, most of my internal suffering is caused by that. So actually being able to just go, you know what? I'm not in control. I'm going to let go. Lead me. But what I want to align with, my intention, and this is so important because that's what you're grounding into the earth, is to align with my highest possible potential in this life. I want to be the most effective person I can be in terms of supporting the earth to transition as it needs to. I also want to be influential because I believe people who have a good intention and have big influence can really shift whatever's going on the planet in a really positive way. Marianne Williamson's a great example, Nelson Mandela's another. Lots and lots of amazing people out there. But also my personal life, being happy, actually feeling that I'm living the life I want to be living, and letting go of all the regrets of how things could have been done differently. I didn't expect to be a single mum. I didn't expect to spend so many years struggling financially. But I also recognise that this has been part of my journey because I've kind of thought it needed to be, and I haven't made it particularly easy on myself. So I had this thought the other day that it's actually incredibly selfish for me to be struggling financially to make my own ends meet, because while I'm struggling, my energy is not on my mission. It's actually on this illusion that I don't have enough. So in that realisation, which was a cacao moment, I just went, all right, you know what? you lead the way, you make sure I've got everything I need, and more, because I want to be able to be an example of abundant living, abundant thinking, abundant living, abundant health, not abundant problems, but like solutions and so forth. So it's got me much more creative. Hasn't improved my short-term memory. What was the question again?
I can't remember.
You can tell the cacao's kicking in now. But it was about aligning with your highest possible potential. Yeah. And that's definitely Keith's work. So I have this part of me that I connect with that's sort of, she's like, come this way. And Keith also mentioned that, it's not that we're going in the direction of a particular future, it's that a particular future is aligning with us and coming towards us. And all we need to do is go tick, 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 tick. Oh yeah, that feels really good. I'm going to align with that. And just keep being in that space. And allowing, attracting, allowing, deliberately creating, accepting, forgiving, trusting, remembering that faith doesn't make things easy, but it makes things possible, and actually using this powerful, powerful thing here to allow it to be guided by this and to actually start to visualise, what we think we might want. And that's where I get stuck, because I don't know what I want. You ask half the people what they want, they don't know what they want. You say, what do you want? And it's like, okay, I might not know exactly what I want in the material world, but I know how I want to feel. So then we start talking about vibration, like what's the vibration I want to be putting out? And therefore the intention as well. Am I aligned with love? Am I trying to control another person's will, free will? Where am I here in this? Where am I deluding myself? Am I in truth? And this is what I mean about this multifaceted being. And actually, I'm hungry now, let me go and get some lunch and bring it back to the reality of everything. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun with it.
Sounds good.
Let's put some music on now. We're going to leave you for a bit.
Bye.